forward from here. Let's see how they fare, as it looks like Im will take the initial contact, taking Dreamer's head clean off, tearing it straight off of his shoulders. Bubble, he'll try to aggress to shut them down, as he'll try to spam down Im, the only player without armor, actually. And as BTN will aggress towards jungle, he's there to clear down a Victor. Trades attempting to come through from ships. It's messy, but it works. As BTN falls, that provides an opening for MBAPPEEK, especially with Ma finding Im. We'll continue tapping down XELLOW as best as possible. As Yuto goes out, ragga and XELLOW the next to respond, though, leaving ships painfully alone. As he finds the first, looks for the second. He'll hear the third around him, and ragga is going to shut. For now, though, MBAPPEEK rifles in hand. A bit of utility there to support him. There's contacts made instantly towards mid. Ships swift to execute XELLOW, as it gives away 35 seconds on the clock. MBAPPEEK, they shift out like cobras ready to strike. Bubble is quick to find SEMINTE with ships onto him for Nexus. This round, it has to be a bust. BTN and ragga, their money, it's not very good at all. And with ships going on a bit of a rampage here, making it third for ragga, his only hope can be to save, especially with Bubble looking to clear connector. And with that, MBAPPEEK, they make a very, very clean round, especially with ships just denial. Ethereal and VP Prodigy, and hold the phone for a moment. Dreamer, he's just going to shut down XELLOW there as he tries to aggress. That's a swift way to bring yourself a mad advantage. For now, Victor, he's going to be ready for the aggression of ragga as well. The only man without any pistol. As the first kills there, trade looking to be found by BTN. Lovely bullet straight to the skull. He'll spot the initial player on ticket booth. Molly goes down. He's going to be tagged out very low, actually, as the deagle of SEMINTE does a lot more damage. Bubble, he's swift to put a trade on it, but BTN's been able to respond. It's all on Bubble now. 1 versus 2, tagged up very low, but as is this shot, Im, how swift can he be? Initial tap goes down, and just like that, Im will finish the job. Nexus, considering that these players be kind of spread out. Im, he'll strike first. Ships falls. Now there's a man advantage for Nexus Gaming. They fall away from shot. We see them just backing straight back down towards site. Bubble, his aggression is spotted by ragga. The smoke means he can back away. Seeds, that's the translation. Oh, that's easy. Alright. XELLOW fake or do some damage. Ragga doesn't quite have the timing on him, but he does have the positioning. Player gets taken down. XELLOW swift to respond, leaving Ma painfully alone, as he'll find a lovely little 2K there to open up the site. He does still have 2 left to find. BTN swift to get into CT is going to cancel that plant, and more importantly, he'll bring Nexus. For now, MBAPPEEK, 20 seconds left. They explode towards this B site. How does Nexus fare? Well, ragga, he's first to find 1 ship swift on the trade. Im and Bubble as well have a crack at it. Him staying alive means this B site is going to be a bugger to take, with SEMINTE making his presence known. BTN swift onto Dreamer, leaving Bubble now 1 versus 2. And BTN, he's a rock, immovable to the MBAPPEEK, being a first A site attack. Let's see if they choose to exploit it again. This time, though, SEMINTE quick to shut down Ma. MBAPPEEK, they make their way on forward. XELLOW is swift to find Dreamer early on. Initially shut down, and that leaves Nexus Gaming with a 2-man advantage. Through the differential, though, it'll be ships to shift now on ramp. Contact not made as they try to push on forward. As BTN shuts down ships. Follow-up contact made as Bubble falls yet again, leaving just Victor, last man left standing. He finds 1, he's got 3 more left to take out. Can he do so? As he's been tagged down, just 46 HP, able to retrieve the bomb, but unable to retrieve any more. Through towards a bit of a default, actually, that being said, as Dreamer swift to take the head off of ragga, but SEMINTE, he'll aggress on his own accord, shutting down Victor. And just like that, we are going to see it go 4 versus 4. Bit of a weird positioning as well, as the players in connector are slowly crunched on by BTN. How they hold XELLOW towards backside, trying to catch out the odd member. Unable to do so, though, as Imi is swift to shut down. In short, as Imi will shut down Dreamer. It does put it to a man disparity. Let's see how contact's made and connect to BTN. He's going to find bar with Imi onto SHiPZ. Did he bubble to clean up the mess? But clean up he does. He finds two. But with XELLOW and SEMINTE still standing. Away in for a fast play out from mid. BTN jump spotting and connector will be legged down, and Victor will be there to finish the job. Follow-up push goes through. Victor through the smoke will spam down XELLOW in this fast play. Seems to have caught Nexus off guard. Right now, SEMINTE, one of the only players left standing. Down by default. He's got Victor to worry about, and Victor's a fine. Bubble as well having a crack at it, and that'll finish the job. Ships onto ragga, leaving Imi very, very alone. 1 versus 4, and for the most part, he is just going to back away and save. Despite Nexus's success in rounds, they've not had a success in player counts, and that means their money definitely isn't very good here. Shouldn't be ruled out of the equation just yet. And looking at Nexus's buy as well, it's definitely not in the best of places, and with SHiPZ hitting shots like that, it could still be a very close game despite the showing thus far. Dreamer, he'll aggress onto ragga in apps. They'll both spot one another. They'll both miss for the most part, but SHiPZ, he's already come up short, hitting a lovely shot onto ragga despite being legged down himself. He's quick to shut down Ma. BTN gonna spot bubble as well as he tries to aggress out from behind. Swift little execution there. As he goes 3v3, BTN ready for the initial push out from apps. Dreamer going to lead this charge. Unfortunately, it'll be his last. He's shut down, putting it down to a 3 versus 2. Emma swift to get up from short, an execution onto SHiPZ and a follow-up on to Victor. Nexus Gaming, they finish the half 12-3 up against MBAPPEEK. A utter stomp and a true showing of prowess. MBAPPEEK, they went for the ace stack, and unfortunately these dice have betrayed them. As Victor, he'll fall swiftly to XELLOW, allowing the push to come through. SHiPZ, he'll dig down Imma, down to just 1 HP. Bubble looking to have a crack at it himself as he'll swing wide, finding one, looking for a second, unable to do so as BTN survives yet a bit longer. But SHiPZ and Dreamer, they're the next players to make it onto the site. Now the last one left standing, 1 HP to his name, he's able to shut down SHiPZ regardless, though. Suddenly a 1v2 on 1 HP, can he do it? Spamming down as best he can, able to find Dreamer, and just like... SHiPZ, he'll shut down XELLOW early on. Ragga, he's there to trade as more contact rings on out. Imma making his way forward in through short. Dreamer from behind though, swift to make it a 2k as BTN responds onto his teammate. Nexus Gaming now with a man disadvantage, however, they have a bomb site. Let's see just what they can do with it as Ragga, he'll hold steady with that orb. He's got speed there to help him as the plant goes down. Shots ready to go on out. Nexus, they tease a bit of a hole as CD's spotted down towards bench, and unfortunately with him finding one and Ragga there to trade, it leaves Dreamer in a 1 versus 2. Looking to hold against Ragga. Does he swing into the orb? Yes he does, but he does not hold. The same story, except big utility that was expended early on. Ragga, he'll strike first, shutting down SHiPZ. The response looking to come through from Bubble as he'll put an end to that, making it 2k, but Imma and BTN swift to put it back to a 2v2, and with SEMINTE from behind, it leaves Dreamer painfully alone. Unfortunately, that is going to only emphasize the painfully. We're doing it stone cold sober and in an English accent. As SHiPZ, he'll find the initial kill. Imma falls. For now, I'll have to see what the response is as Nexus Gaming stack up towards Pop Dog. Bubble, he's there to respond. Ragga falling, and now Nexus Gaming with a 2-man disadvantage. to extend elsewhere, and this time it looks like they're going to set their sights on Popdog. Mari's forced away. The orb of XELLOW is swift on the site. Utility and shots ring on outers. For now, Seed, he's swift to find the first. SHiPZ, though, it's a very, very nice response. So now that goes to a 3 versus 2. BTN, he'll start aggressing. He'll push his way out towards back lines. Taking down SHiPZ, re-aggressing, looking for Victor. Not quite finding him, though, as Seed hits the flank. He'll find his way up from Oil on yellow train now, ready to line up these members. As Bubble falls, it's down to... I say Bubble falls, my apologies. It's down to Bubble, but it does not matter. He wins the 1 versus 1, and he'll bring MBAPPEEK their first round. There's at the ready as Mar shuts down Emma. That does leave MBAPPEEK with a man advantage. How did Nexus respond? Well, they respond with another B execution. Flashes go out, set piece goes down, Dreamer the man to hold, and how does he hold? Well, fairly well. He'll find one before shut down by Seed. Molly's continue ringing gone out, and that does mean the Orbs are going to have an open season. Trying to force players back. BTN, by some miracle, is able to get towards back side as well, and SHiPZ continue aggressing. SHiPZ just running forward, killing player after player as he rings hell down to the Nexus members, forcing Nexus down to what will end up being a very, very poor buy, or an eco, dare I say, as they move on forward. And ragga is going to get that early kill. A lovely shot onto Bubble, taking the first AWP out of these members. He's swift to respond as Imma falls. But Victor is going to cement that man advantage for MBAPPEEK despite the early kill. It does not work. Ragga, having aggressed up towards Ivy, does have SHiPZ to worry about, and understandably so, as a bullet embeds itself in his spine. It leaves Seed and XELLOW, last man left standing, as they make their way forward out towards B. Dreamer there to tap down Seed, leaving XELLOW in a 1 versus 4. He'll try to make his way down towards the back site. Swift to find the first, looking for the second as he's pursued by his members. A lovely no-scope onto Mar. However, he doesn't find SHiPZ, and frankly, he shouldn't. Now Molotovs go off. XELLOW swift to shut down this defense and pose this defense as he makes his way forward, but he has Seed to worry about. He's looking to aggressive through Oil, spotting both members. He's good for 1 but not 2 as BTN is there to respond. Contact made as Imma spots both members out holding him, but he's swift to shut down Mar. He's got the next door for Bubble to worry about with a lead, so only 1. Goes down as Mar, he's swift to shut down him. With XELLOW getting the next say in the matter. XELLOW hitting that shotgun stay push. Seed gonna make noise towards Popdog, pulling Victor's attention away as by some miracle he shoots him there. XELLOW swift to find Bubble, meaning SHiPZ has to go huge on his aggression out from Ivy, but the nade is gonna shut him down. He's able to leg down BTN, but to what avail? Is Dreamer in a 1 versus 4. All these men. Nexus, they allow Dreamer to hold on to that gun. They too don't have too much money at all. As smokes go down, a push goes on out, and Imma is swift to find his initial player. Mar there to respond, but Seed is going to get the next say in the matter. Imma caught out, but by some miracle there, he shuts down Dreamer. That bomb gets a map up and not MBAPPEEK. Unfortunately, that's the one part of the HUD I cannot change. The IP I've used to connect is a GoTV one and not a direct one, so I just don't have control over it. So, I love the insider issue, insider info. No worries, my friend. I'm glad I could provide. Again, another double up setup. Let's see how it fares. As Bubble swift to shut down BTN, and Bubble's gonna make it 2. Can he make it 3? That's for now. Imma, he's swift to shut down Dreamer. Only a man disadvantage now, but Seed hold, and Seed, he's swift to take down Victor. He's got the smoke to negate Pop Dog player. Ma, mollied out of position, forced on away. SHiPZ a swift shot to Seed's head. Another great one on to Imma, leaving XELLOW very, very alone. Shut down Ma. He's got the next two to worry about. Exchanging blows with SHiPZ, and SHiPZ, of course, the bad sport. Switches to the USP. For now. XELLOW, you naughty animal. That is a disgustingly quick shot onto Bubble to kick things out. And for now, let's see how they fare. As ragga, swift to shut down Victor, and well, just like that, Nexus is going to find themselves a 2-man advantage. SHiPZ going to trade on to Seed, who was almost there. Flank right now. Going to strike on these B players as ragga will be the first to fall. Bubble now with a wonderful flank. Going to drop some smokes. Going to make some space as he's wary of BTN's presence, but he can't quite navigate it. Dreamer going to shut down XELLOW, and SHiPZ going to take down Imma on the flank. With Victor finding Seed, it means that Bubble will be there to finish the job. MBAPPEEK snap to armor. For now, contact ready to be made towards upper. Spotted out by BTN. He's able to shut down the first member. He's got SHiPZ to worry about. Will he regress on SHiPZ? Yes, he will, but there isn't an encroaching kill. Seed swift to respond onto Dreamer, and with XELLOW supporting from Connector, it leaves Ma and SHiPZ the last men standing. SHiPZ trying to tap down Seed. That he's able to do so, looking for Imma, and that he does. More damage ringing on out as Seed continues doing damage. XELLOW there to respond, leaving Seed, my apologies, leaving SHiPZ alone in a 1 versus 3. Not that quickly. They go for an early peek on towards mid, but XELLOW is going to be there to respond, and respond he does. XELLOW is disgustingly good right now. As SHiPZ, he's mollied out of position, he'll take a substantial amount of damage back on the way, 430 HP. As Imma will push straight into him, flashes go on out, SHiPZ will fall, and just like that, MBAPPEEK themselves up towards A. They start shifting on out, they've got Imma and BTN to worry about. And it might not even come to BTN. Imma swift to find the first. He's got Ma and Victor, the next players to watch out for. Imma almost finishes the job. Victor, the last man standing. As it goes, 1 versus 3. Just like that, BTN finishes the job. And Nexus, with only one thing on mind, that being the B site. CD swift to fall to Ma. This time, there isn't really much of a trade as MBAPPEEK, they go for backline control, pushing their way on forward. The nades, they're good as Imma finds Ma. Trades there as SHiPZ will respond. SHiPZ making it 2. The molly not quite landing true as he's able to get away, but the nade, that should finish the job as he's not going to fall just yet. And now Bubble on the flank might finish the job. He'll shut down ragga, leaving XELLOW in a 1 versus 2. AWP in hand, swift to shut down Bubble. He's now got SHiPZ to worry about, switching to the USP, trying to barrel his way on forward. As SHiPZ will be stacked up close, and personal tap goes through. XELLOW looking to stick it, and SHiPZ, he'll finish. For now, XELLOW, he'll start shifting forward. A lovely shot onto Victor to kick things off. As Dreamer, he'll start shifting forward, looking to flank. As he'll shut down Seed. Nexus now with a man advantage, with ragga swift to find SHiPZ, leaving Dreamer having to hold this kind of B encroachment. Spotting XELLOW, not quite shutting him down. Instead, it'll be Imma to respond as Imma shuts down Dreamer, leaving Mars centre sight to respond onto ragga, but he does still have players around him to worry about, especially with Pushing forward, he's got XELLOW to worry about, who's up close and personal. With a perfect angle onto whoever pushes, and what a shot from him. XELLOW is on fire right now. Bubble towards center sight will shut down BTN. He'll tap down that bomb. XELLOW, wary of this, will just drop that flash. He'll start pushing forward. He knows that Bubble has no choice but to try and push and focus Imma. But it might not even come to that. Bubble, he'll fall. Nexus, they make it 13. Flash goes out. MBAPPEEK, they go for the push. Contact made. CD finds the first, but SHiPZ, he'll respond, and SHiPZ, he continues standing, he'll continue damaging. Bubble to get the next say on the matter as the M4 doesn't quite work, especially with Victor approaching from above. Ragga, the last man left standing, 1 versus 3 with only 8 HP, and with Bubble covering the distance, he'll finish the job. Just like Instead, it's down to CSGO to aggress from lower, finding too early on, and as Dreamers shut down, he'll just back away. These deagles now of Imma and BTN look to hold, but with SHiPZ and Mar both falling very low on HP, MBAPPEEK have SHiPZ right now doing really well for MBAPPEEK, kind of counterparts to XELLOW. Is it enough though, with Bubble fighting too? SEMINTE there to trade, leaving SHiPZ in a 1 versus 2. He's shut down Seed, he'll make it a wonderful wacky strats that are just fun to watch. But now it's going to be aggression towards upper as Mar shuts down XELLOW. Made either side as he'll just back on her way, subtly making his way back down that ladder. Fortunately, he won't make it back to sight though, as Dreamer will respond, and with Bubble finding BTN, that leaves both ragga and Imma on a flank. SHiPZ swift to execute Imma, leaving just ragga, who pretty much just has to, well, save here. Ragga, Berkey on her way, rifle in hand, and just like that, he won't even be able to save it. SHiPZ swift to execute him. As full push comes on through. Let's see how they fare. XELLOW, swift to aggress, shutting down Bubble early on. And of Imma. Is it enough though? Is it enough to hold? We'll have to see. Seed fighting the first 2, BTN onto the third. Victor and BTN have an exchange of... But now, well, shots 3 on out, and XELLOW, he's really feeling it now. He's going so aggressive on towards SHiPZ. Misses the shot though, as SHiPZ will shut him down. Follow-up push does come on through. Bubble to get the next say in the matter. SEMINTE will aggress BTN as well, looking to push on forward. I am there to find SHiPZ as BTN will find Mar. Goes 3 versus 3 now. BTN still surviving. BTN still damaging wherever possible. As I am makes his way forward towards back sight. Trying to catch out these members. Victor doing damage, but it's SEMINTE from behind, leaving I am the last man left standing. Dreamer swift to find him, but SEMINTE will make it.